Last night, I heard myself die. I don't know how else to start this without sounding insane, but that sentence has been echoing in my skull since 3:17 a.m. When I bolted upright in bed with sweat running down my spine like someone had poured ice water on it. I guess to understand why that moment shattered me, you need to know where all this really began, my childhood, and the radio I should have destroyed decades ago. I grew up in what I used to call a quiet household. Though now that I'm older, I know that quiet was just another word for fear. My father was an angry man, the type who never needed to raise his voice because his silence was terrifying enough. My mother moved like she was made of glass, always calculating the safest distance between her body and his mood. My grandfather, though, he was different. He was loud in a way that old radios are loud, crackling, unpredictable, occasionally unintelligible, but somehow comforting. He would visit every other Sunday, always carrying this one object like it was his infant child. A bulky wooden radio from the 1940s with a brass knob and a dark green frequency band. He'll sit me on his knees, twist his left mid dial and whisper, "This one doesn't play music that exists yet, only the music that will." It was a game to me. Sci-fi nonsense. I'd laugh, he'd wink. The adults would roll their eyes. But every so often, he would mutter something under his breath like, "This one isn't supposed to air until 1980. Or, she's like this one, poor girl. She doesn't know it yet." I didn't understand it then. I barely understand it now. What I do understand is that he treated that radio like it was alive. Like it knew things he shouldn't. And somehow, it followed me through life like a curse. My first major relationship was with a girl named Mia. I was 17. Painfully insecure and built out of apologies. She was the opposite, confident, charming, magnetic in a way that made my stomach fold into origami whenever she looked at me. Everything about her felt like a miracle, until the radio spoke. It was 2 months into our relationship. I remember the exact date, March 19th. I had taken the radio out of my closet because my grandfather had died the week before, and grief has a way of making you cling to objects like they're life preservers. When I turned it on, it hummed a low, eerie, mirrored echo progression, the kind that makes your rib tighten. A woman's voice started singing, but it wasn't English. It wasn't any language I knew. Still, I felt sick, like my body understood something my brain couldn't. Then, buried under the static, a whisper, "She's lying to you." I slammed the radio off so fast my knuckles split on the wooden edge. I tried to forget it. I tried so hard, but the radio was right. Mia had been cheating on me with someone I considered a friend for months.